Hi, this is Kat White, and in this video, users of the LMS Dropbox will see how the Dropbox functions from the teacher's perspective as well as from the students. As you can see, I've already logged into the LMS and I am on the Dropbox page. At the bottom there is an open Dropbox. You can see the due date, the name, the fact that it's open, the fact that there are 2 students who could use the Dropbox. One of them already has. I'm going to open up the Dropbox so that I can see the details. I'm going to click on the Dropbox name. The Dropbox pane opens. You can see that there are 2 students, James Bishop and Michael Bishop. James Bishop has already made 2 submissions, and you can tell that because of the number 2 after his name. But Michael Bishop has not yet made a submission, and you can tell that because there's a 0 after his name. Let's take a look and see what happens when Michael Bishop submits his assignment. Here we see the portal from the student's perspective. There are actually 3 ways that a student can submit an assignment to the Dropbox. The first and easiest is to do this right from the student's portal page once the assignment pops up in their planner box. This is a list of assignments that teachers have made, and they show up here as they become due. So if the student clicks on Due, that opens a pop-up, and then the student can choose the Dropbox submission form. The submission form is actually very easy. There's a Browse button which allows the student to navigate to the appropriate file, and then after locating the file, the student can enter some comments and then click on the Submit button. The student will get a confirmation the submission was successful, and they can close the window. The second method that a student can use to turn in an assignment to a Dropbox is to click on the class of 2013 and go either to the calendar, or if the calendar is on the home page, the student can just click on Due, Draft College Essay. The event will pop up. The student can click on View Dropbox. Here's their version of the Dropbox window. This is actually the same thing that the student would see if they came in to Home and clicked on Dropbox. So that's the third method that a student can use, is to come to their class, click on Dropbox, and that brings up the Dropbox. Student would then click on the name of the Dropbox, and it would bring up the same form that you just saw. From here, student would click on New File. That brings up the Browse option. Once a student has found the document, they can put in some comments for the teacher, and once that's all set, the student can click on Submit, and they'll get a confirmation that the submission was sent successfully. Now, you'll notice that from the student's perspective, they get a running list of comments which they have made to the teacher, and they also get confirmations and copies of the files. So this is an ongoing process. Let's switch back and see how this now looks from the teacher's perspective. Here I am back in the teacher's Dropbox, and I'm going to refresh the web page. And you'll notice that Michael Bishop, when I click on his name, dark blue indicates I'm looking at his record. So Michael Bishop has now submitted 2 files, and there's also a gold icon. The gold dialog icon indicates that there are comments that the teacher has not yet seen. So in order to indicate that the teacher has seen them, I can click on the comment, and I can read these, and then I can respond back, although it's not necessary to respond back to every submission. And notice when I comment back and click on Submit, that goes into the dialog list. I'm going to switch back and show you what this looks like from the student's perspective. I'm going to refresh the screen, and here you'll see that Michael sees that I have responded to him submitting his documents. And from my perspective, once I have acknowledged the student's submission, then the dialog icon goes gray. Back in the Dropbox list, you'll see that there are now 2 of 2 students who have submitted. And that's what the process looks like for submitting a document from the teacher's perspective and the student's perspective.